We serve 2,000 people in our home every year. Some of them are homeless. So many of them are, 50% of them live in poverty. We don't come into the room and say to you, you're going to have a transformative and cutting edge experience, because we actually don't think of it that way. We think of it as, you're going to have a marvelous meal and you're going to meet some fabulous people and you're going to have a conversation about something that you all care deeply about. And hopefully, and one of the things that we found though, is that conversation always leads to action. It never stays stagnant. Something about that formula, the fabulous food, opening up the space to those people, and then having it be the next step, which is that it always leads to action. It's literally this kind of line. I mean, I hate to say it, but we're going for world peace here at the table. I mean, that's ultimately somebody said, what's your big vision? I said, truthfully, world peace. Hello? What do you think? World peace. Finding a way to have comedy with other people, trying to find accommodation and relationship. And, you look at the words, communion. There's a very, union. Community, I think there's a connection between all those essences and spirits and sacredness of all those concepts. But we're trying to break out of just the notion that it has a limited religious definition or a limited civic or governmental or corporate definition. At some point, we're going to functionally have to do things differently than what we do. As near as I can tell about science and the finite use of resources on the planet and all those kinds of things, we're going to need to figure out how to change our culture from the inside, and how to, and I always say, we tend to like taxes being spent on stuff we want and not on anybody else. And that should tell us a lot about where we need to start our work, which is, if all of us feel that way, well, maybe we need to sit down and figure out then, if we recognize that we're always worried about how much we're getting and how little, and we really want the other guy to get a lot less, it kind of tells us a lot about what we need to be doing.